Have you ever wondered if logic can truly explain everything? We use it to measure the universe, to navigate our lives, and to unravel the mysteries of existence. But what if I told you that logic, the very tool we trust, has limits? That beyond those limits lies an unknown that cannot be captured by reasoning alone? What if I told you that everything we think we know, every equation, every theory, every idea, might just be a small fraction of a much greater, more mysterious reality? A reality where logic fails to guide us, and where the most profound truths are hidden just beyond the reach of our reasoning minds. Stay with me as we explore the very boundaries of logic, where even the brightest minds falter, and where curiosity leads us into uncharted territory. Logic is the bedrock of human understanding. It is the tool we use to make sense of the world. Through logic, we have discovered the laws of nature, unlocked the secrets of the atom, and ventured into the farthest reaches of space. But there's a catch. Logic is not an infinite tool. It is bound by the very limits of human perception and reasoning. Let's start with the universe itself. We've spent centuries observing the stars, mapping galaxies, and calculating the age of the cosmos. According to current scientific estimates, the universe is 13.8 billion years old. We've measured its vastness, its structure, and its expansion. We know that the universe is still growing, still stretching outward. But let's pause for a moment. What does it mean for the universe to expand? We use logic and mathematics to measure this expansion, but can we truly grasp the concept of infinite space expanding into what? Logic tells us that if something is infinite, it cannot expand because there is no boundary to expand into. Yet here we are, measuring the expansion of something that defies the very rules we use to describe it. This is where logic begins to falter. We have created a model of the universe, a framework of understanding, but this model is based on our limited perspective. We measure the universe using units of time, space, and mass, concepts that exist only within the boundaries of our perception. But what if these concepts are not universal? What if they are human inventions, limited to our understanding of reality? Imagine yourself standing on Earth, a tiny speck in the vast expanse of the cosmos. We have mapped the stars, calculated the distance between galaxies. Yet, in the grand scheme of things, we are insignificant. Our knowledge is minuscule, and the universe is far beyond our comprehension. We are using logic to understand something so vast, so complex, that our minds can barely grasp it. If logic has limits, then what lies beyond those limits? This is the question that has intrigued philosophers, scientists, and mystics for centuries. What happens when we reach the edge of what we can know, when logic no longer serves us? Let's begin with the mystery of consciousness. We can describe the brain in terms of neurons, synapses, and electrical activity. We can measure its responses, map its regions, and study its functions. But consciousness itself remains an enigma. Where does consciousness come from? How does the brain give rise to the subjective experience of being? We can observe the brain, but we cannot observe consciousness itself. It is both the observer and the observed. It is the lens through which we perceive reality, but it cannot fully turn inward to examine itself. Think about your own consciousness. You are aware of your thoughts, your feelings, your experiences, but where do they come from? Are they the result of logic, or are they something deeper, something beyond the reach of reason? We use logic to explain the world, but consciousness defies explanation. It is not something we can measure with tools or quantify with equations. It is something we experience but cannot fully understand. And yet it is the very foundation of our reality. Without consciousness, there would be no perception, no experience, no understanding of the world. Another area where logic falters is the concept of infinity. We use infinity in mathematics, but can we truly comprehend it? Infinity is not a number. It is a concept that stretches beyond our ability to grasp. We can think of infinity as something that goes on forever, but we cannot truly experience it. Take the example of the infinite series. We can add numbers together, creating an endless sequence. But no matter how many numbers we add, we never reach the end. This is the paradox of infinity. It is both a concept and a reality, but it is beyond our ability to fully understand. We can use it in equations, but we cannot truly grasp its nature. It is a concept that exists outside the boundaries of logic, and yet it plays a central role in our understanding of the universe. Now let's venture into the realm of quantum mechanics. At the quantum level, particles behave in ways that defy logic. A particle can exist in two places at once. It can be both a wave and a particle. It can even change its state simply by being observed. These phenomena challenge the very foundations of logic. They remind us that reality is not always logical, it is not always predictable, nor is it always bound by the rules we have set. Quantum mechanics reveals a world that is strange, uncertain, and beyond our understanding. Think about the implications of quantum mechanics. The universe, at its most fundamental level, is not governed by logic. It is a place of uncertainty where the rules we take for granted do not apply. So, what does this mean for us? It means that our understanding of the universe is incomplete. Logic has brought us far, but it cannot take us all the way. There are mysteries that lie beyond its reach, and these mysteries are not something to fear, they are something to embrace. Let us now return to the ocean, the vast, infinite expanse of reality. If logic is the net we cast, what happens when the net breaks? What lies beyond the boundaries of reason? Curiosity is the key. Curiosity does not require logic. It thrives on wonder, on the desire to explore the unknown. When we look at the stars, we do not need to understand them to feel awe. When we encounter a mystery, we do not need to solve it to appreciate its beauty. Curiosity is the bridge between the known and the unknown. It allows us to step beyond the limits of logic and embrace the infinite. Think about the discoveries we have yet to make. There are forces in the universe that we cannot yet detect. There are dimensions we cannot yet perceive. What if our current tools, logic, mathematics, reasoning, are just the beginning? What if there are other ways of knowing, ways we have not yet imagined? Consider this. The universe is not obligated to be comprehensible to us. It is vast, mysterious, and indifferent to our attempts to understand it. And yet, it is also our home. We are part of it, connected to it in ways we cannot fully comprehend. We are both insignificant and extraordinary, tiny specks in the cosmos with the ability to question and explore. The limits of logic are not a failure, they are an invitation. They challenge us to think beyond the boundaries of our current understanding, to imagine new possibilities, and to remain humble in the face of the infinite. So as we stand on the shore of this vast ocean, let us not despair at the limits of our tools. Let us celebrate the mysteries that remain, for they are the source of wonder, curiosity, and the endless journey of discovery. Logic is a powerful tool, but it is not the only one. It has brought us far, but it cannot take us everywhere. Beyond its boundaries lies the unknown, and within the unknown lies the true essence of existence. Let us embrace it with open minds and hearts, for it is in the unknown that we find the infinite.